What's going on, guys? Welcome back. And in today's video, like I said last week, we are finishing up this week with TikTok. Today we are going to just finish up our do's and don'ts, which, don't worry, this is going to be a very quick finish up because it's only two more things that you guys really need to know. And it's just continuing off of what we went over last week, right? So this week, these two things are actually quite important in the grand scheme. The only reason I didn't put them in the top three last time is just because they won't immediately get you in any kind of trouble, any kind of sticky situations, nothing like that. But they can hurt you long term. So let's just hop right into it, guys. If you like this kind of content, please just go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. And without any further ado, let's get educated. So the first thing after those three things that we went over last week, right? The first thing that we want to remember is not to scale too fast. And if you've watched any of my videos dealing with Facebook, Meta, Instagram, etc., you would know that scaling too fast can actually bite you in the butt in the long run. And the reason being is because these algorithms, these platforms, they really want to see a 0 to 100 story. So like, one, two, three, like every single step of the way. They want to see someone who has started from nothing or even started from something, whatever the case may be, but then transfer that over time, consistent efforts, because that's how the algorithm can actually work to your benefit. If you do something one day, you skip a day, you do something the next day, you skip 2 days, and then you're constantly not you're not staying consistent, it's actually a lot harder. And then when you decide that you want to go and scale, if you haven't been consistent up until that point, it's going to take it as, oh, this guy had, X amount of dollars to spend at the start. They didn't because they were, not the greatest marketer or whatever the case may be. And it's actually going to cost you more per lead. And we will get into cost per leads, we'll get into pixels, we'll get into all that kind of stuff later. I just want to get the basics of TikTok for you guys today. So obviously, don't scale too fast. And then obviously, you just want to make sure that you create multiple accounts. And I know this one is probably a new one for most people, just because when you create one account, if it does get shut down, most people just try and appeal and get that account started back up. I've actually found that it's actually a lot easier and a lot faster to just start a new account. Yes, you can appeal, and yes, in some cases, it may be worth it. If you have an ads account that's spent, well over, six figures or whatever the case may be, you might want that specific ad account back. I'm just going to say be careful. I'm going to also say, you really do want to create those multiple ad accounts. If one gets shut down, you can immediately just start with the next one and just, so on and so forth. The one thing to keep in mind, though, is when you do have multiple ad accounts, that does not mean run ads on all said accounts. What that would do is, in fact, put you in a position where if one gets shut down, there's a high likelihood that the following accounts will get shut down, especially if you use the same kinds of ads. So obviously, we want to have multiple accounts. That does not mean use them all instantaneously. Once one gets shut down, you move to the next one, you wear that bad boy out, and then you move to the next one. So guys, like I said, this is a super quick one. Those two are just two that I've actually, unfortunately, I've tried to scale too fast, and I've also created multiple accounts to try and, up and play the numbers game and all that good stuff, and it's actually not worked out in my favor every single time, just about. So take that with a grain of salt. Like I always say, do your own research. But I really do believe that as long as you scale at if you're at $1, move to $1.50, move to $2. Don't just go from $1 to $10 to $100, because they're going to see that and they're going to shut that down immediately. And create those multiple ad accounts, because once one does get shut down, then you can immediately move into the next one. So with that, guys, I hope this helped you guys out again this week. And if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to comment down below. And with that, guys, you know the drill. Have fun, stay safe, wear a seatbelt, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.